And this is a national crisis. Gender-based violence in South Africa has become a huge crisis. And it's something that we've got to address now. We've been horrified by the killing of Uyinene Mkhwejana, recently a student at the University of Cape Town, who went to a post office and was brutally murdered. And what concerns me more, of course, is that it happens in a government entity and a government employee. That is a matter of real deep concern to me. But at the same time, we've had Leandre Jegels, who was also murdered. And these are acts of killings against women that we cannot accept. I've spoken extensively about this matter. And following the gender-based violence summit that we had, we are making progress on a number of fronts. But it does seem like the men of our country, South Africa, are continuing with the killing of women. The respect that I've always said that we should display towards women is just not gaining traction. Now I'm calling upon the men of South Africa to stand up one by one and declare that we've got to bring an end to this scourge of the killing of young women and women in our country. It's got to end. Gender-based violence is a scourge that is not acceptable in a democratic dispensation. We've got to increase safety for women in our country, and we've got as men to ensure that we give respect and due regard to the women of our country. And we will be doing everything we can from the criminal justice system to make sure that we increase the level of protection for women so that women are able to walk freely in their own country and have a sense of security. Right now, following the killings of these women, the women of our country are feeling so insecure, and rightly so. They are feeling that their lives are not well regarded and respected in our country. So we will be redoubling the efforts that we are making, and the gender-based summit declaration and decisions are now going to have to be acted upon with greater speed and with greater determination. And our criminal justice system must now gear up to make sure that the perpetrators of these acts are actually brought to book and they are sentenced and they serve long sentences in prison, so that every man who is tempted to take action against any woman must know that there are going to be stiff sentences against them and they will serve time in prison, because this is unacceptable. We cannot have a situation like this. At the same time, it was with a great deal of relief that Emily Diaga, the young girl who was kidnapped, was returned safely to her home. We're delighted about that. But there is an issue of concern that we must also highlight, that women and young girls are being targeted for all manner of horrible deeds, like kidnapping, like being abused, and violence being perpetrated against them. Now, the kidnapping spectre is what concerns me most. And we must tell the whole nation that those who want to kidnap people are going to face the full might of the law. We cannot allow kidnapping type of things to happen in South Africa. We often hear about them in other countries. We cannot allow them here. So our security forces are going to be on full alert, make sure that those who get involved in these types of acts are followed up as they should be followed up now in this Emily incident. I'd like those who perpetrated this to be followed up and to be arrested and to be brought to book.